Long ago, in the beautiful land of Punjab, there lived a handsome young man named Ranja. He belonged to the village of Takht Hazara, a land blessed with fertile fields and flowing rivers. Ranja was the youngest of his brothers, gentle by nature and gifted with the art of playing the flute. His music could make even birds pause in the sky. But jealousy and disputes over property made Ranja's life miserable. Hurt and heartbroken, he left his home, carrying only his flute and the dream of finding peace. Ranja wandered through many villages, crossing rivers and forests, until he reached the town of Jhang, the home of a beautiful girl named Heer, daughter of a wealthy landowner, Chuchak. When Ranja saw Heer for the first time, he was captivated by her beauty. Her grace was like the morning sun, her eyes deep as the river Chenab. Heer, too, was drawn to the soulful music of Ranja's flute. She invited him to work as a cattle keeper on her father's lands. Day by day, their love grew. Under the shade of trees and by the sound of the flowing river, Ranja and Heer met secretly, speaking of love, dreams, and eternity. Their hearts became one, and they believed no force could ever separate them. But love stories rarely remain hidden for long. Villagers began to gossip, and Heer's uncle Kaido, filled with hatred and envy, discovered their secret. Kaido poisoned Heer's family's minds against Ranja. They accused him of bringing shame to their name. Heer pleaded, but no one listened. Ranja was beaten and forced out of the village. He left with tears in his eyes, his flute silent for the first time. Heartbroken, Ranja wandered aimlessly until he met a fakir, saint, who guided him to the path of spiritual love. Ranja became a jogi, wearing saffron robes and living the life of a saint, but his heart still belonged to Heer. Meanwhile, Heer's family married her off to Saida Kera, a man from another village. Though Heer obeyed, her soul refused to forget Ranja. She cried every night, praying for him to return. Years passed, and one day, Ranja's flute once again echoed across Punjab. Heer heard the melody and knew it was him. They met in secret, their love as alive as before. They decided to run away and start a new life together. But destiny had other plans. Kaido once again betrayed them, informing Heer's family of their plans. As punishment, Heer was lured back home with false promises of marriage approval. On the day of their supposed wedding, Kaido poisoned Heer's milk. When Ranja arrived, he found his beloved lying lifeless on the ground. He cried out in agony, calling her name again and again. Overcome with grief, Ranja drank the same poisoned milk and joined her in death. Heer and Ranja's bodies were buried side by side near the banks of the Chenab River. People say that even today, when the wind blows across those fields, the faint sound of Ranja's flute can be heard, a symbol of love that transcends life and death. Their story lives on as the greatest love saga of Punjab, teaching that true love never dies. It becomes eternal.